Packing your lunch is really hard, and I often find you end up making something you don't actually like. And I've been seeing this trend around the internet of people making ramen in mason jars, but I think they're doing it wrong. So I'm going to show you 4 different ways to make mason jar ramen. The biggest mistake is that people seem to be using rice noodles instead of ramen noodles. They are different. Not all Asian noodles are the same. The end. My method is going to make it a little bit more healthy because the thing that makes ramen unhealthy is the fact that it's like deep fried noodles. And so we're going to drain all of those oils and bad stuff for you out before we make the rest of the ramen. First, we're going to get our base down because this is going to be consistent for all of the different kinds that we're going to make today. I'm using these Sapporo Ichiban noodles because that's like real ramen, real Japanese ramen. Bring your pot of water to a boil and then cook the ramen noodles for 2 to 2.5 minutes. We want them almost done, but not quite, so that they'll keep well in the fridge. Next, you're going to strain your almost cooked noodles and immediately run cold water over them. Once this is done, put them in a bowl with some ice water so that they'll keep while you prepare the rest of your ingredients. Next, take your 4 mason jars and measure out 1.5 teaspoons of powdered vegetable stock. You can use chicken or beef stock, but I'm going back to vegetarian, so I'm using vegetable stock. Strain your noodles and divide them amongst the 4 mason jars, making sure that you're leaving plenty of room for lots of vegetables because we're adding lots. But before we get to the veggies, make sure that you're adding 2 to 3 teaspoons of miso paste. This is definitely an expensive ingredient, but will really take your ramen to the next level. Next, we're going to start with our veggies. For the classic, I'm going to be adding chopped green onions, some canned corn, a little bit of chopped cilantro, mushrooms, and just a little bit of fresh grated ginger. This is really going to be the base for the rest of the ones that we're making, but you can add and subtract ingredients as you like. The best thing about this recipe is that you can actually customize it to what you like. If you don't like corn, don't put in corn. For our crunchy version of this ramen, we'll be adding some celery and some sprouts on top. For the zesty version of this, we're going to be adding extra cilantro, a little bit of sesame oil, and extra ginger, a teeny bit of chili paste. And finally, for the spicy version of this, we'll be adding our base ingredients, only a little bit of cilantro, red pepper flakes, some chili paste, some cayenne pepper, and a decent amount of sriracha. Remember, you can make this recipe to taste, so if you're not into spicy, obviously don't make a spicy version. Once all of these are ready, it's great because this will last up to 5 days in the fridge. When you're ready to have your ramen, is just pour in about a cup of boiling water and you'll be ready to go. And there you have it, 4 different ways to make mason jar ramen and a delicious packed lunch that you're definitely actually going to want to eat. Thanks for watching this video. If I spoke too quickly or you want to look back at the recipe, I have it all written down on my blog. I make videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and if you liked this video, be sure to subscribe. I actually really like making food videos because it's actually one of the first videos I made when I was a wee teen. Has some good ramen. This is the real test here about this ramen. So we have the ramen expert over here.
Not a ramen expert.
Not a ramen expert. Live reaction.
I should have a spoon.
What? Can you give us like a rating, or this is a spicy one, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
I'm a mess, but in a cute way. And I'll see you next time.